where his mouth is, then that's saying a lot. So that they've opened new stores at a time like this indicates the confidence in future growth as well. Titan now 3.7% higher and 1,250. We're all not quoting that one number, which is really salivating. The Nifty is above 11,700.
Yes,
we haven't said that in some while.
The Bank Nifty all of a sudden turned in the green. I know we were complaining about the Bank Nifty not contributing. That all of a sudden has also turned back
and
into
the
the green.
groundswell of rise in mid-caps
Yes.
as well. So
Yes.
now the advanced decline is 1:1. So it's been an across-the-board recovery. Look at the Nifty Bank chart. It absolutely moved like a rocket in the past few minutes. Okay, we will talk about it. But first, let's sip some coffee. It's breakfast time. Why am I speaking about coffee? Dine-in has been allowed in Maharashtra, and the capacity allowed is only 33%. We're going to speak to a man who arranges a lot of good coffee and coffee chat. Naveen Gurnani, the CEO of Tata Starbucks, is joining us to tell us how business is going for them. Thank you very much, Naveen, for joining us. If you can start by telling us how many stores are open and what are the how is sales doing? I think in June you said you're at 27% compared to June of the previous year. How have things panned out in September? Yep, Naveen, you can hear me? Naveen?
Sorry.
Yeah, can you hear me? I was asking
Thanks.
you. Yeah,
I can hear you. I can hear you. I heard what you said. Thanks for having me. June was eons ago, wasn't it? Much water has flowed under the bridge since I was last on CNBC, and I'm happy to report that things have been going quite well. Very steady sequential improvement week after week, and we're quite pleased with what's going on. So we've got 196 stores, out of which 170 are actually open.
Okay.
Although, in several cities, we've been open for delivery and dine-in, but Maharashtra, of course, as you mentioned, has just opened.
Yeah. Naveen, good morning. So how much are you in terms of pre-COVID levels, in terms of business?
Well, as you know, I prefer not to discuss specific numbers, but I can tell you that we are very pleased with the way things are going, particularly with the opening of dine-in in Maharashtra. We've seen a pretty substantial bump in the last few days. Now, it's early days. Time will tell. Of course, the seating capacity is only 33%, and we are completely focused on the safety of our customers and partners. We're being very cautious. May I take this opportunity to appeal to all our customers that as they come in and sit down, not just in Bombay or Pune or other cities, but everywhere, to please, I know it's not convenient, but please leave your mask on when you're not sipping. It really makes such a world of a difference. And we see this, in markets like Hong Kong and South Korea and Japan, where life is practically normal. People are going to cafes, people are dining out, but they always leave their masks on. And my appeal to all our customers would be to please also follow the same protocol.
Oh, absolutely. That's much needed, the need of the hour, in fact. But I just wanted to ask you, since the post-COVID era is a very different world, a lot of people are now doing drive-thrus. They prefer to pick up their coffee and move on rather than sit in the store. Would you go slow on your store expansion plans, and would you shut down any stores in the near future?
Well, there is absolutely no plan to shut down any stores. That's one. Secondly, we are, in fact, as they say in cricket, this is the IPL season, we are on the front foot. We are not on the back foot of expansion. We are going to continue to expand aggressively. And as I've said several times before, excuse me, we will be cautiously aggressive, thoughtfully aggressive. Right? So you'll see growth in several cities. Through the COVID period, right, we've opened several stores. We opened a new drive-thru in Zirakpur near Chandigarh. We opened a new city, Lucknow. In the month of August alone, we opened 8 stores through COVID. So kudos to the teams for continuing to charge ahead. But the plan has not, we've not softened our plan at all. Now, as lockdowns happen, construction slows down a little bit, that may make a small difference. But in terms of our sentiment with India, India is a very, very powerful market for us, one of the 5 topmost, fastest growing markets in the world today for Starbucks, and we remain very bullish on India. So we'll continue to keep charging.
Okay. Bullish enough to buy CCD's enterprise?
Well, you know, we're always looking for opportunity, and Lata, you know better than I that you know I won't be discussing this on TV, but we're always looking for opportunity. I can assure you that you know if there is an announcement to be made, you will be the first to know.
All right. Okay. Well, Naveen, I know you don't want to discuss specific numbers, but in June you did give us a specific number that you are 27% of June 2019. Can you give us some ballpark number by September? Has it become 50%, 60%? Well, just for your information, Titan has just disclosed that they are as good as September of last year. So that's a group company.
Yeah. So I suspect, I could be wrong, right? Sometimes I don't remember things. I would not have quoted a number to you on TV, but you may have gotten that from a Tata Consumer Products, you know, Q2 report. That's possible.
Okay.
But all I can say is that it's a healthy multiple of that number. How's that? Is that a good enough indication?
Okay. Helpful.
You're helpful, yes. I'm trying to be helpful.
That is helpful, but I'm going to try some more in terms of you know, the company itself. When do you think you can break even? I mean, what are we looking at in terms of a timeline when the company can turn net profit positive?
So, you know, for us, it's about making sure that the Starbucks experience is world-class throughout for our partners and for our customers. Right? That's job number one. Now, we have been cash positive for 3 years already. I think that sort of news went a little bit unnoticed, but we've been cash positive with operating profits for 3 years now.
No, Naveen, Sonia is
However,
asking. Yeah, Sonia is asking net profit positive.
Yes. Now we as a growing brand, we continue to make investments in our growth, right? So I'm not going to give you a date on when we will be, you know, net profit, but I can tell you that it's not too far.
Okay. Good to hear that. Naveen, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much for joining us, and I hope more people take advantage of sipping coffee.
Thank you for
with social distancing. Thank you. All right, we have to get back to markets now, and the equity markets are absolutely roaring back. It's 0.7% higher, so 11,750 is round the corner. Nifty Bank is half a percentage point higher, so it's touching 23,000, breathing distance of 23,000.
Yes, and I think the move to 12,000 perhaps on you know that you know a lot of people thought perhaps coinciding with Diwali.
I think people are veering around to the view that the GDP contraction is going to be reduced.
Yeah.
It may not be 12%. But, you know, there are lots of ifs and buts. And clearly, earnings will be ahead of GDP forecast because GDP takes the informal sector as well. Earnings has the advantage.
You know, when companies like Titan come out and say that, you know, they are back to normal, I think that is the telltale sign.
That says a lot.
Auto sales, jewelry sales, all of this is telltale signs that things are back to normal.
Yeah. Well, let's get to the commodity markets and check out how the trades at 10 are shaping up. Manisha, tell us.
Well, base metal prices is what I'm looking at, and they have opened under pressure. We did see some sell-off coming into the markets from New York session itself. This is after US President says that they are looking to continue on the stimulus talk only after elections. That hasn't done well for any asset class, including many of these tangible commodities as well. And then there is statement from Jerome Powell as well, which says that the US economic recovery is far from complete and could still slip into downward spiral. So not very encouraging statements there. We have seen decline come in, especially for those metals where the fundamentals are in any case weak, because we have seen zinc inventories in Asian warehouses continue to increase. Zinc in any case in last couple of weeks has continued to decline. Couple of other metals where we are looking at stronger fundamentals is nickel. For one, because Indonesia government says that they are in talk with Tesla now for potential investment in the domestic mines itself. Indonesia has been looking for that for some time now. So that's a positive. For copper, there is threat of potential strike in Chile's Escondida mine. So that is the reason you could be looking at some buying on the lower levels. So while the overall macros are on the weaker side, some specific fundamentals could actually be working in for a couple of these metals there. But it is a sell call coming in from the broking house. We spoke to Prithvi Finmart. They have a sell in gold, targets of around 49,900 on that. It's a sell that continues for crude as well. 2,900 could be on charts on that one as well today. So when it comes to commodities, it actually is a sell across board for the day.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Manisha. Well, you buy some, you sell some. Let's take a break on that note, and thereafter we are going to look at the real economy yet again. We will have Mahesh Vyas,